What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I kind of want to go over a report that came out today. Now, before I do my another training camp video tonight, there's a lot more to really talk about. So I kind of want to make something separate, and I don't really feel like making a lot of videos tonight, especially till 1, 2 in the morning on a work night. And just want to get this out here. So Alshon Jeffery might be staying on that PuP list, the reserve PuP list, for 6 or 7 weeks. Now, if that happens, who is going to step up in that wide receiver spot? Don't know. Well, kind of have an idea, but the Eagles have plenty of depth at the wide receiver position. We don't have any trouble at wide receiver. Plenty of guys. The next guy that steps up in that wide receiver position is Mack Hollins, because Kamar Aiken is taking the reps for Alshon Jeffery, and Mack Hollins are out right now. So, and Marcus Wheaton as well. So Kamar Aiken is probably the one guy that's he's in there now taking over for the guys, but he won't start, of course, not behind, not in front of Mack Hollins. Mack Hollins, I'm guessing, but Mack Hollins and Mike Wallace are like, I'm not saying two of the same wide receivers, but they're speedsters. We don't have that size receiver. And Marcus Wheaton we do, but could he be an actual starter for the Philadelphia Eagles? I don't know. That's only if this is true, because I don't know if it's true, but he could, he had a late surgery after the Super Bowl on his rotator cuff, and then between the rehab, he had to go on the PuP list because of the rehab, and he couldn't come back. Now, the Eagles could rush him back in a few weeks, but they could rush him back for the start of the season if they want, but I highly doubt, with what they're doing with Carson Wentz right now, I highly doubt they're going to rush Alshon Jeffery back and see, and risk getting hurt all over again. So I could pretty much see a receiver in that spot, but who's going to go in that spot? Who's going to match up really nice with, Mike Wallace on the other side, Nelson Aguilar and Zach Ertz? Who's going to match up nice on that side? I know everyone would want to say Mack Hollins, but do you have to have a big-bodied receiver like Alshon Jeffery to be out there? I mean, it helps, to have a size receiver. You just put Mike Wallace and Mack Hollins, you don't really have much size with them too, except, maybe with Ertz a little bit, having, Goddard in there. But really, who really are you going to put in there right now? So I kind of just want to talk about that. What do you guys think about that? If this even happens, it could. So I don't know who they'd want to put in there, but got plenty of receivers, so pick one. That's pretty much about it. So I'm gonna figure out who they're actually gonna sign. I don't know who they're really gonna sign, but we'll figure it out when the time comes. But that's pretty much about it. We'll see what happens. Between Kamar Aiken, you got Greg Ward, you got Mack Hollins, you got Rashard Davis, you got a whole bunch of guys, Marcus Wheaton, got a whole bunch of guys that, have really, actually a lot of guys have stood out, like Greg Ward stood out, Marcus Wheaton stood out, a whole bunch of guys have stood out. So I don't know, I just need to know what kind of receiver they want in that position. You got a speedster in Wallace, but you need someone, Alshon Jeffery's not like a deep threat. He's just he's got a lot of speed, but he's got size. But do we have someone else like that? Probably not. So they'd probably just throw anybody in there, but I would think. So tell me what you think that would actually happen if Alshon Jeffery was out for 6, 7 weeks and staying on the PuP list throughout the course of the season. And they can only keep him out until week 6 or 7. So that's where it goes from there. But that's it, guys. I will see you guys later. Gonna finish up work for a few more hours, and that's pretty much it. So Shake Squad up, Fly Eagles Fly. Peace.